Yeah, and we'll begin with roll call. Annie.
Okay, it looks like online we have Terry Powers, Jackson Lee, Haley Becker, Kyla Leonard, Amy Bristow just joined us, Violet Plummer, and MCAT. In 206, we have Commissioner Bureau and Strohmeyer, Chris Lounsbury, Ann Hughes, Brian West, Alice Grant, and myself, Annie Cathy.
Thank you so much. Don't have a consent agenda, so action items. Jackson Lee.
Morning, commissioners.
I'm sorry, Jackson. I was just reminded I didn't ask for public comment. Is there any public comment on items not on the agenda? Okay, thanks, Brian. Okay, Jackson, all yours.
Lawsuit nearly or averted. One meeting.
So the first item is an interlocal agreement that establishes the working relationship between Missoula County, Powell County, Mineral County, the city of Missoula, including the Missoula Metropolitan Planning Organization, Granite County, and Butte-Silver Bow County, in order for the 6 jurisdictions to work cooperatively to submit a cross-county Great American Rail Trail planning grant application to the Rebuilding American Infrastructure with Sustainability and Equity RAISE grant program. That was a lot, but we got through it. Western Montana's Great American Rail Trail submittal to the RAISE grant program will bring cohesion to planning efforts along the Great American Rail Trail through Western Montana. It's an unparalleled opportunity to strategize within a 5-county region. And we have a cross-county trails coalition comprised of local government entities and nonprofit stakeholders that are pursuing this RAISE grant for planning and engineering services. The Great American Rail Trail is a multi-use trail sponsored by the Rails to Trails Conservancy, and it will eventually span from Washington, D.C. to Seattle, Washington. Here in Western Montana, when fully constructed, it will be an opportunity to connect urban and rural communities along a 220-mile active transportation route from Butte, Montana to the Idaho-Montana border. We think this feasibility study and the other planning deliverables included within the grant application are the anchor for substantive economic, social, and health benefits throughout Western Montana.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, the only thing I would add, and then this is with my rail authority hat on, is that a cautionary tale is the Chicago-Milwaukee-St. Paul rail bed that is currently the riverfront trail on the south side of the river through Missoula. That is never coming back for rail purposes. So the cautionary tale would be to not lose right-of-way, railroad right-of-way that could at a future date perhaps be put back into use for rail purposes. So my first inclination is always rail to rail, but in cases where a viable trail system could be utilizing the rail right-of-way or former rail right-of-way that will never be needed for that again, that's a different story. Plus, based on our previous conversations, the Great American Rail Trail is a little bit of a misnomer in that much of the trail corridor is not actually utilizing former rail beds, if you will.
Yes, especially here within Missoula County. It's usually highway right away.
East Missoula or whatnot. So, okay, thanks. I would move that we approve the interlocal.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye. Unless was there any controversial public comment to be had out there?
Just failing on the public comment or further discussion.
Apparently not.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay. Back to you, Jackson.
Yeah, I'm up for the second agenda item too. So this is a park improvement request brought forward by Mount Jumbo Westside Little League. They've recently consolidated their league activities to Big Sky Park. So the request is for a maintenance shed, new field, and batting cages to modernize that facility and also address the higher level of participation they have within the league. Staff have reviewed this to the Parks and Trails Advisory Board as well as Big Sky Stewardship Committee. So we're recommending approval per the conditions in the staff report attached to the agenda item.
Okay, I would move that we approve the proposal.
Second. Any further discussion, comment? No pickleball. Wow. This is like the rare, like fully, it's baseball through and through.
Not yet, Juanita. I'm sure there'll be an
Not yet.
opportunity for me to bring that forward.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Kyla,
Hey Commissioners, this is just bringing back the annual review of the board meetings that you attend, and if there was anything more discussion regarding the PHC Health Board representation.
I think we're gonna just have to keep this on the agenda for now because we have not resolved the PHC issue, nor have we resolved the Missoula
MVP.
Economic Partnership issue. And
Okay.
Josh is out this week, so.
The only note I'd like to mention is, Dave, you currently attend the Parks and Trails Advisory Board, which is at the same time as the Health Board meeting, which is what you and Josh were contemplating swapping for the MEP board schedule.
Right. I guess my recommendation would be we just keep the status quo for right now until the three of us can actually be in the same place at the same time and talk this through.
Sounds good.
sorry, Kyla.
That's okay. We'll postpone again. We'll bring it back forth in a few weeks.
Few weeks, yes.
Thank you. So what were you thinking of maybe having like a staff person attend PHC so then you could do Parks and Trails and Josh could do MEP or however?
No, well, yes and no. So completely independent issue of the MEP Parks Board piece is that no other elected official
Oh,
is on the PHC board. The city appoints a staff person to be their representative on the board, and unless either you or Josh really had a hankering to do that, I feel like we could probably find someone with more expertise and more time available to devote to it, and not skew the board dynamics with a lone elected official there.
got it.
So
That makes sense. Okay, Kyla, we'll get her done. Correspondence. Oh, great. Thanks, Kaylee. We're looking at it right now.
Perfect.
is there anything you'd like to say about this, Kaylee?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure if somebody else was
Okay.
going to jump in.
All right, I'm just, keep going.
Yeah, okay. So this is a comment letter for the Bureau of Land Management's Clark Fork Face project, which, as we've discussed in a few previous meetings, is a project that they're proposing for the eastern part of the county. The project area generally for Missoula County includes the area north of I-90 and south of 200, and then the actual proposed treatments would be farther to the northeast of that area, so like the Garnet Range section. And the comment letter focuses on comments expressed related to how the messaging happens around fuels reduction on public land versus risk to private property for fires. And then I think the other main points of the letter related to proposed road improvements, as well as building new roads. Those were the main pieces.
Okay.
Thanks for pulling this together and turning it around so quickly.
Yeah, thank you. Do we
Yeah,
need to
welcome.
physically sign this, or we do? Oh, okay.
Oh, we could stamp them if you'd rather.
Oh,
Would you rather
we
sign?
should sign.
No, we can
Right.
sign.
Pens?
Josh is not here, but it's okay.
What's the stamp that goes on if we're not present?
We are generally using your stamp now because there was concern that they were taking too long through the DocuSign process, because those often get held up as people are in and out of the office.
That's a
And so we
charitable
have-
way to bring it.
I say we
Neglected.
we have been stamping letters at the end of after admin meetings so that they can go out as timely as
Okay.
possible. And that is just using your signature stamps. whoever's in the office,
Thank you.
or was at the meeting, I should say.
Thanks, Kaylee.
Thanks, Kaylee.
Thank you.
Legislative updates.
I think just in broad terms to let you know that the election bills have started to drop, and so we will be watching those closely, and there will be a fair amount of interaction on those particular bills. Other than that, I don't think there were any specific ones that we set aside for today, but election bills have, that process has started, and the special elections, whatever committee that they're going to have is has its first meeting this afternoon. I do not know if they will be broadcast or
I've
not.
been looking to see if it's on their schedule. They haven't seen it. Much too late.
Okay.
Oh, one last thing. Coffee tastes excellent out of this particular Big Sky Passenger Rail Authority mug. In fact, it never goes cold. So these mugs are available at bigskyrail.org. Just saying.
Really nice hoodies as well. Deep hood, fantastic fuzzy fabric inside,
Nice.
not too much excessive fabric around the waist or in the armholes, so you can put it under a jacket really well.
That is the voice of
Yeah.
experience with hoodies.
Yeah.
Right there.
It's a good hoodie. Really wonderful neutral colors. Yep. Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.